So today I wanted to talk about the Mandela Effect. I'm sure everybody knows what that is by now, and how, for me, it relates to the John Titor story. If for the sake of argument we say the John Titor story is real and that the Mandela Effect is real, then perhaps time travelers like John Titor that cross timelines somehow blend these timelines together, thus causing the Mandela Effect. So as you know, the Mandela Effect is things existing that previously didn't exist before for you, or they've changed slightly. There's Forrest Gump example, Sleeping Beauty example. The list kind of goes on and on, and people have added to it for quite a while now. So for me, and what I'm talking about with this involving John Titor, is that before 2017, I'd never heard of John Titor. And if you're not familiar with his story, John Titor is a time traveler from the year 2036 who is coming back in time to get an IBM computer. And his story was posted on the Art Bell Coast to Coast radio show. And this all took place in the early 2000s. And what makes it interesting for me is that I'm very into anything sci-fi, anything Star Wars, Star Trek. So time travel is something that I've looked up on YouTube just to listen to stories, especially if I'm on lunch. I'll put something on just to have something to listen to. And there are a load of them on YouTube. And before this year, I'd never heard of John Titor, and that was something that just recently came to me, that these videos that I've been watching on him and people's point of views on him, and is he real, is he not real, whatever, and that's not what this is about. This is about just the fact that before this year, I had never heard of John Titor and his story at all. It didn't exist. And I think it's a really good story. If you haven't heard it, look it up. Same with the Mandela Effect. If there is somebody out there who's listening to this who hasn't heard of it, doesn't know what it is, it's worth checking out. Whether you believe it or not, it definitely just makes for interesting story, an interesting conspiracy theory. I personally believe in it because especially the Forrest Gump example, where he says life is/was like a box of chocolates. There's some that are just undeniably what it was for you. And anyway, if you go listen to some of those examples, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So for me, John Titor and his time travel story never existed before this year. And it's kind of interesting because right around New Year's, there are certain things that changed for me, and I've said this to other people, personal, financial things that were one way almost one day, and the next day they were different, and I had no way of explaining that, and so this kind of pulls it together for me. At the end, it may be something that just makes me feel better about it, but definitely the John Titor thing is interesting. Like I said, I've never heard of it before, and it's such a good story, very entertaining, and I like just going through different people's YouTube channels, listening to their take on it, and it's something that, for me, if it had been around 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, or 12 years ago, whatever, I definitely would have found it, and to not have seen it or heard of any of the stories in over a decade is very strange. Anyway, that's my Mandela Effect story. So, if you hadn't heard of John Titor, go check it out. And if you have a Mandela Effect story, I'd like to hear about it. So that's what I got for you today. And I'll catch you later.
Bye. Keep watching for the next video. Come back soon. Bye.